Most young men that put self-improvement and fitness in the same category are very much confused, because most likely if you're a young man, if you're a young dude and you think of self-improvement, you think of financials, you think they go tandem, right? You usually think like, okay, if I'm on self-improvement, bro, I'm focusing on my business, I'm focusing on my financials, when that's simply not the case. Self-improvement, well-being, and financials are two completely different things. When you go to the gym, when you take cold showers, when you're focusing on mental health, when you're doing all of these things, these bells and whistles to focus on you as a person, to better yourself, you're not getting any of the actual work done that actually is going to make you successful. You're not actually building stuff. You're not building businesses. You're not building network. You're not doing any of these things. And this is the mistake that I was making for the past maybe 2 years, year and a half. I have been focusing solely on myself, bro. Okay? And actually, it's not even a mistake, but I've been focusing on solely myself, bro, and not really focusing on business per se. I haven't been focusing on financials much, which now I am, okay? Now I'm actually, within the past 2 months, I've been doing truck driving, and I'm focusing on financials now. But the point of this video is to make it abundantly clear, bro. Self-improvement and financials should be two areas of your life that you should dedicate periods to really excel in one or the other. And now what do I mean by this? If you're going to focus on self-improvement for 6 months, 8 months, you're inevitably going to suffer financially, bro. If you're going to be going to the gym 7 days a week, you're going to be reading 2 hours a day, meditating for 30 minutes, journaling for another 30 minutes, you're automatically not going to be able to focus on financials, okay? Not as much. At least when you're in a starting point, all right? Because if you're this multi-millionaire that's already like grown a huge business, a huge team, obviously you're still gonna be able to make a fuck ton of money and focus on the gym. But I'm talking about people who are barely starting here. Because right now I wouldn't be able to be trucking, I wouldn't be able to start this YouTube channel, I'll put an effort into it if I focus solely on self-improvement. Like, oh, I need to improve myself, I need to do this. Am I saying to let it go completely when you're focusing on one or the other? Hell no. You're not gonna be able to try your best in either one of these things if you're going to be focusing on the other and trying to find a balance, okay? You have to focus on one or the other. And for the past 2 years, I've been focusing mainly on self-improvement. So my mental health, my physical well-being, I love myself, bro. Like I've become an amazing human being personally, but have I built anything outside of that? No. But now I have the opportunity to build something amazing through who I've become. And that's how I'm able to come on camera, give all of this knowledge, because through all this time, bro, I've been going to the gym, I've been meditating, I've been journaling, doing all of these things constantly, focusing on them for a certain period of time. And now I have all this knowledge to share with you guys. I've been listening to self-improvement podcasts and all that stuff, but now that I'm focusing on financials, bro, for the past 2 months, obviously they're going to suffer a little bit. I'm not gonna let go of them completely. Am I as lean as I was before? No. Am I going to the gym as much as before? No. Okay, they're going to suffer a little bit, but don't let go of them completely. Like I'm gonna put myself as an example, right? I'm in the truck right now, like I'm truck driving. Am I going to like start eating shit? Of course not. Am I gonna stop going to the gym totally? Of course not. And now I'm going once a week from going nearly every day, like six days a week, all right? I only took a break like once. And I toned it down. It's going to suffer a little bit. I'm not as lean as I used to be. I'm not like, my muscles aren't as full as they used to be. But I'm not letting go of that completely. That's my point. Still eat healthy. Still go to the gym at least once a week just to keep your gains, bro. But you're not gonna be as like pumped up, like consistent at the gym as you once were, in my case. So if you're, maybe right now, you've been focusing on business for the past 2 years, you've been focusing on business or focusing on financials for the past God knows how much, right? And maybe you're making all this money, but you're lacking in your mental health. You're lacking in your physical health. You're lacking in all of these personal areas because you've invested like 7-8 hours at a time every single day into your business and none of it into yourself. So you have to actually like choose one when you're barely starting out, okay? There's a lot more room for tolerance when you're this ultra successful guy, ultra jacked guy that already went through all the trials and tribulations, all right? When you're barely starting out, bro, you have to choose one and lock in for a certain period of time. In my case, I'm focusing for 8 months on financials only. I am going to use and leverage trucking to pay for mentorship, which I already am, to do the content creation stuff well. And to just completely get rid of the financial problems that I have right now and make myself totally, completely financially free. So bro, the point is, when you're barely starting out, choose either one. Self-improvement, financials, choose one, lock in, and switch. You can have these periods of times where you switch, all right? Where you go from self-improvement these few months and then you switch to financials. That's totally fine. But I'm saying in your beginning stages, never balance. Never strike a balance, all right, bro? Focus on one or the other. Sure, bro, I'm not telling you to be this fat ass and I'm not telling you to be this complete broke motherfucker, all right? Don't misinterpret my words. What I'm saying is make sure that they're both in a good place, in a relatively livable place, all right? And choose one and lock in. What this might look like for each and every person is going to be different, all right? Because there might be some dude that's like he's been focusing on business for the past 2 years, and guess what? Now he's making a fuck ton of money because he's focusing solely on business for that past 2 years. But he's kind of skinny. He doesn't have too much muscle, all right? He's a little skinny fat piece of shit, all right? So he's going to focus on fitness now. And when he focuses on fitness for long enough, okay, now he's going to be jacked. And so guess what? Now he has the ability to strike that balance because he already took the time to get his physique in order. But you get the point, man. Focus on one. And that's just going to be the whole premise of this video. I don't want to go on for too long because honestly, it's a really simple, it's a really, really, really simple concept, yet it's really important. At the beginning, choose one or the other. Self-improvement, financial. Never balance unless you're already at the top, all right? Take care, bro.